Beanie, 29. Forest ranger in the Pacific Northwest. Live in a fire lookout tower during the season, small cabin at the base during winter. Job consists of staring at trees, radioing about wind direction, and yelling at campers who try to pet bears. Love it. 0 social battery. My best friend is a 3-legged golden retriever named Tripod. Life is quiet, cold, and smells like pine needles. Until late October. Tourist season is dead. Roads are getting icy. See a U-Haul truck struggling up the fire road. This road is basically gravel and prayers. Truck gets stuck on a switchback about a mile from my cabin. Sigh.wave. Grab the keys to the Bronco. Drive down to see what kind of idiot is moving into the wilderness right before winter. Arrive at the scene. It's the old Miller property. Place has been abandoned since Old Man Miller died fighting a raccoon for a ham sandwich in 98. Driver's side door opens. Out steps a woman. Maybe 26, dressed in cozy autumn clothes that cost more than my truck. Boots have clearly never touched mud. She looks at me, panic in eyes. Then looks at the truck, which is listing dangerously toward a ditch. "Hi," she says, breath visible in the air. "Is this 42 Blackwood Ridge?" "Technically," I say. "Practically, it's a mud pit." She glosses over my sarcasm. "I'm Sarah. I bought the place." "Bought the place?" The Miller shack is essentially termites holding hands. I hook up the winch. Pull her truck out. She tries to tip me with a 20. I stare at the bill like it's an alien artifact. "Keep it. You're gonna need it for firewood when the roof leaks." She frowns. "It passed inspection." "Lady, the inspector was probably a blind possum." Drive away. Hope she leaves in a week. Week 2. She hasn't left. See smoke rising from her chimney. At least she figured out the wood stove. Hear a loud time followed by shouting. Tripod perks up. Drive down. She's standing on the porch holding a shovel like a baseball bat. There's a black bear sniffing her trash cans. She's yelling at the bear. "Go away! I have bear spray and I am litigious." Facepalm so hard I nearly concuss myself. Step out of truck. Rack the bolt on my rifle, just for noise. Bear looks at me, recognizes the uniform, decides the trash isn't worth the paperwork, ambles off into the woods. She drops the shovel, shaking. Notice something I missed before. Little face peeking through the window curtains. Boy, maybe 5 or 6. Looking terrified. "You have a kid?" I ask. She stiffens, protective mode engaged. "My nephew, Leo." Does Leo know that yelling at a 400-pound omnivore is a bad idea? I panicked, she admits. Hair messy, face pale. "Thanks. Get bear-proof cans. And stop cooking bacon with the windows open." "Right, bacon. Got it." She looks exhausted. Dark circles under eyes. City clothes are covered in soot and dirt. Part of me wants to help. The other part of me wants to go back to my tower and read books. I choose books. Drive away again. Week 4. First, snow hits. Heavy stuff. Wet concrete falling from the sky. Power lines go down in the whole valley. I have a generator and a propane tank the size of a submarine. I'm fine. Look down the ridge. Miller shack is dark. No smoke. Temperature is dropping to single digits. Curse my conscience. Pack a thermos of soup, some blankets, and extra dry wood. Drive down. Knock on door. No answer. Try the handle. Unlocked. Of course. Walk in. It's freezing inside. She's huddled on the couch under a pile of designer throw blankets. Leo is wrapped up in a sleeping bag next to her. They're shivering. Fire went out. She chatters. Wood is wet. Check the wood pile. She's been trying to burn green pine. Might as well try to burn a wet sponge. Get up, I say. She looks at me, dazed. Hypothermia creeping in? We're fine, she mumbles. Just cold. You're freezing to death. Grab the kid. I pick up Leo. He's light. Too light. He stares at me with huge eyes but doesn't make a sound. Pack them into the Bronco. Drive them to my cabin. It's 75 degrees inside thanks to the cast iron stove. Set them on the couch. Tripod hobbles over and licks Leo's face. Leo cracks a tiny smile. First time I've seen emotion on the kid. Give them soup. Sarah thaws out, starts crying silently. I'm failing at this, she whispers. Yeah, you are, I say, brutally honest. Why are you here? This isn't a vacation spot. She wipes eyes, looks at Leo, who is busy feeding Tripod a cracker. His dad, my brother, he died last year. Mom is out of the picture. Custody battle with the grandparents. Oh, here we go. Grandparents are wealthy, connected, but abusive. They want Leo for the image, not the kid. I liquidated everything, bought this dump with cash so they couldn't track the bank records easily. We're hiding. Stare at her. Respect level goes from 0 to 5. She's not a dumb tourist. She's a desperate guardian. Okay, I say, you stay here tonight. Tomorrow I teach you how not to die. The training arc begins. Next morning, I take her back to the shack. Inspect the roof. It's bad, shingles missing like teeth in a hockey player. I spend the day patching it with tarp and spare lumber. She tries to help. She holds the hammer like it's a dead fish. Choke up on the handle. Use your wrist. She hits her thumb, swears like a sailor. Good, I say. Let the hate flow through you. Hits harder. She laughs. Actual laugh. Sounds nice. Show her how to chop wood. She swings the axe. Misses. Hits the dirt. Visualize the grandparents. I suggest. Next swing splits the log in two perfectly. Scary, I mutter. Leo watches from the porch. I toss him a small hatchet, supervised, obviously, and a block of soft cedar. Make shavings, for kindling. He nods, silent work. Kid is focused. Month 2. They are surviving. Sarah comes up to the tower sometimes. Brings cookies. They are burnt on the bottom. I eat them anyway. How's the water pump, I ask. Loud, but wet. Good. We sit on the catwalk of the tower. Watch the sun set over the pines. She talks about her old life. Marketing executive, high stress, fancy dinners. I miss sushi, she admits. I can catch you a trout and serve it raw, I offer. Hard pass. She looks at me. Why are you out here, Anon? I shrug. People are loud. Trees are quiet. You're not that quiet, she says. You snore. I do not. Leo heard you from the guest room last time we stayed over. Look at Leo. He's drawing on a notepad, draws a picture of me sleeping with, ZZZ coming out of my mouth. Little traitor. Christmas Eve. Snow is 4 feet deep. Roads are closed to everyone but God and my modified Bronco. I go down to their place. Bring a small spruce tree I cut down legally, perks of the job. We decorate it with popcorn strings and some shiny fishing lures. Sarah makes dinner. Actually, edible roast chicken. We drink cheap wine. Leo is playing with a wooden truck I carved for him. He crawls onto my lap. Falls asleep. Sarah watches us, soft look in her eyes. You're good with him, she says. He doesn't talk much. I like that. He hasn't spoken since the accident, she says quietly. Doctors say it's trauma. I look at the kid. Pat his head. He'll talk when he has something to say. Moment of silence. Tension in the air, the good kind. She leans in a little. My heart rate monitor, if I had one, would be spiking. Suddenly, Tripod barks at the door. Mood shattered. I get up to check. Just a deer. Sit back down. Moment passed. But we know. January. The thaw begins early. Mud season returns. I'm fixing a radio relay on the ridge. See a black SUV navigating the mud road. Not a local car. Tinted windows, expensive tires. Gut feeling, bad news. Radio, down to Sarah. You expecting company? No, Why? Black SUV heading your way looks official. Silence on the radio. Then, it's them. Panic in her voice. Lock the door, I'm coming down. Drive like a maniac. Slide around corners, nearly take out a pine tree. Pull up to the shack. SUV is parked. 2 guys in suits standing on the porch. 1 older woman, fur coat, looking at the mud with disgust. Sarah is at the door, blocking it. Leo is behind her. I jump out. Walk over, full ranger uniform, badge visible. Axe in hand, was clearing a trail, forgot to put it down, decided to keep it. Can I help you folks? Voice deep, authoritative. Suit, number 1 turns. Private matter, Ranger, move along. Actually, this is a hazardous weather zone, and you're blocking an emergency access route. Lie. Older woman sneers. We are here for my grandson. Sarah is kidnapping him. Sarah steps forward. I have temporary custody. The court date isn't for a month. We have an emergency injunction. Suit number 2 says, waving a paper. I snatch the paper. Read it. It's a motion to file, not a judge's order. This is an application, I say. Not a warrant, not an order. Get off the property. Older woman steps up. Do you know who I am? I don't care if you're the Queen of England. You're trespassing. Suit number 1 steps toward me. Big guy, ex-security type. Look, pal. Tripod hops out of my truck. Barks his 3-legged heart out. Then, from the woods, 3 other rangers emerge. I may have radioed for backup on the way down. My buddies, Dave, 6'4", looks like a Yeti, and Miller, actual bear wrestler. Dave cracks his knuckles. Problem, Anon? Gentlemen seem to be leaving, I say. The suits look at us, look at the woods, look at the mud. Older woman glares at Sarah. This isn't over. You can't raise him in a hovel. It's a rustic cottage, I correct. They get in the SUV. Get stuck in the mud immediately. I lean in the window. I can tow you out. Towing fee is $500. Cash. They pay. I tow them to the main road. Watch them drive away. That night, Sarah is shaking. Adrenaline crash. We are sitting on her porch. They'll come back, she says, with real lawyers, with police. Let them, I say. You've done nothing illegal, and you've got witnesses now. She looks at me. Why did you do that? You could lose your job. I have tenure, and Dave owes me money. She laughs, choking on a sob. Then she kisses me. Not a movie kiss. Desperate, terrified, grateful kiss. I kiss back. Tastes like cheap wine and fear. Pull away. We need a lawyer, I say, practical brain engaging. I am a lawyer, she reminds me. Well, marketing, but I passed the bar. We need a better lawyer. The legal battle. I call in a favor. My cousin is a shark in Seattle. Civil rights attorney who hates rich bullies. He drives out. Meets Sarah, meets Leo. Slam dunk, cousin says. They harassed you across state lines. We file for a restraining order based on the confrontation today. Weeks pass. Court dates via Zoom. Satellite internet installed on the shack. I testify about her fitness as a guardian. She taught the kid to split wood. He's healthier than any city kid I've seen. Grandmother's lawyer tries to paint me as a dangerous survivalist boyfriend. I hold up tripod to the camera. Does this look like the dog of a dangerous man? Judge laughs. Case dismissed. Custody granted to Sarah. Grandmother has a meltdown on the live stream. Muted by moderator. Victory. Spring. The shack is actually looking good. New roof. Insulation installed. I spend more time there than at my tower. Leo is playing in the creek. I'm chopping wood habit. Sarah comes out with lemonade. So, she says, tourist season is coming. Yep, idiots with selfie sticks. I was thinking of opening a small cafe for the hikers. I stopped chopping. Here? Yeah, coffee, pastries, bear-free zone. I look at her. She looks happy, healthy, no longer the scared girl in the mud. As long as I get free coffee. Employee discount. 10%. Stingy. Summer. Cafe is open. It's a hit with the PCT hikers. I'm down there fixing a table. Leo runs up to me, holding a frog. He looks at me, huge grin. Opens his mouth. Frog, he croaks. Voice rusty, but there. I freeze. Sarah drops a tray of muffins. Leo looks at her. Frog, Mom. He called her Mom. Sarah tackles him in a hug, crying. I stand there, feeling something wet in my own eyes. Must be allergies. Pine pollen is bad this year. 3 years later. Be me, 32. Still a ranger. But now I live in the Miller house, renovated, added a second floor. Sarah is my wife. Leo is 9, talks nonstop about dinosaurs, and wants to be a ranger. Tripod passed away last winter, R.I.P. good boy. We have a new puppy, 4 legs this time, named Radar. It's Saturday morning, making pancakes. Sarah walks in, stealing a piece of bacon. Ex-grandma sent a letter, she says, casually tossing it in the wood stove. What did it say? Don't know, didn't open it. She kisses my cheek. Roof is leaking in the mudroom again, Pancake Man. I'll fix it. Look out the window. Mist rolling off the pines. Coffee brewing. Kid laughing in the yard. Wife smiling. Life is loud, chaotic, and smells like burnt bacon. Wouldn't trade it for all the silence in the world. Later that day, hiking up to the tower for inspection. New rookie ranger is there. Young kid, city transfer. He looks at the woods, shivering. It's so quiet out here, he complains. Nothing ever happens. I smirk, remembering the bear, the storm, the suits, the mud. Give it time, rookie, I say. First thing you gotta learn, if you see a girl in a U-Haul stuck in the mud. Yeah, he asks. Help her. Might be the best mistake you ever make. He looks confused. I patch the radio. Call Sarah. Bringing home trout for dinner. Gross. Cook it outside. Copy that. Life is good.